So it shouldn't be a secret to anyone at this point that Lucio is S tier. It really doesn't matter what tier list you look at. Lucio is pretty much being agreed upon as the best hero in Overwatch. Here we can take a look at Stylosa's list. That recently came out. He had access. Crowded S tier, but Lucio's in it. We can take a look at a sort of compiled scrim meta thing from reports, leaks, whatever that someone put together. There's Lucio up there in your, well, at the top, effectively, even if it is in one specific meta. We can head over to Custa, who's probably done the best job on this. Lucio, up there in the S tier. We can head over, and Custa would have had access to scrims. We can see Jaws, who also would have had access to scrims. Oh, there's best must absolutely be paid. Lucio in that S tier. And we can look at an aggregated list that was put together between Jaws, Custa, Samido, Ice. Someone aggregated their list. I haven't seen Ice, I've seen Samido's. It also had Lucio in S tier, as does this one. And then we have Reinforce in here with the most important take of them all. Lucio best hero, Roadhog worst hero, Lucio is in S tier. So what's caused this to happen? Why is everyone putting Lucio in the S tier? Well, it's really simple, honestly. The first big problem to solve in Overwatch 2, the meta-defining problem, the how do we play Overwatch 2, has been it's really hard to keep your supports alive. So it's super, super valuable to have a slippery support. You, in fact, would like 2 slippery supports, but then you run into some power problems. And Lucio gets to be a slippery support himself, so that checks that box. That's absolutely what we get. And he also provides value to his other support, and he can make them more slippery. He is the best remaining peeler in the game for a support since Brig has had her bash stun taken away. And what do I mean by that? How does Lucio exactly peel? Well, let's let Eskay show us here. So here's a nice example. We're peeling with damage pressure. No problem there. There's some healing going on there. I don't really care about that. That was damage pressure. Here a boop. Going to be a little less effective against tanks, but absolutely a way to pressure. Keep someone off of your support for longer, off of your partner for longer, even if it doesn't actually knock them off the edge like that. We can see that's just the same thing. Doesn't knock them off the edge. Still peels. And this is really important. This is actually the best piece right here of Lucio's kit for peeling. That speed in general, but especially that speed boost, kiting away from the opponent, makes it so that they don't get on your teammate. Healing people up with Lucio's healing, not all that effective for peeling for them. Speeding them away so they don't take that damage, absolutely huge. But we can do better still. In fact, let's head over to our example here. And while it was good to speed away from that ultimate like that, speed away from the engage, pop the speed boost here, it's actually even better to use that speed, just even the regular speed, to counter rotate away from threats. So as you can see here, our red team Ana is in a little bit of a pickle. Her Genji and Tracer are tied up over here fighting blue team Genji. That leaves Tracer free to go in. Lucio can preemptively realize this and move his Ana away. He can use the speed to counter rotate across the fact that this whole battle is going to have a rotation to it that looks like this. Tracer rotating this way, these guys rotating this way. They have a safe path through here because it's double stopped by DPS. Winston stopping the other Winston. Yes, they can still dive through, whatever. But this whole fight is going with rotations that look like this. And her being able to outrun Lucio, helping Ana outrun Tracer for longer here, outrun this threat, outrun their own backline, walking on them for longer with preemptive rotations, is actually the best part of the kit that goes into the peeling there. So that's why. That's why Lucio is considered the best character, at least in Organized on Alpha, going into the beta here. It really is because he's got that amazing peel with Brig's bash remove, the ability to counter-rotate away from enemies is absolutely phenomenal. Boop isn't bad peel either, nor is putting a little damage pressure on someone like a Tracer, make them leave a little bit sooner, put them on a timer as they're in there. Best remaining peeler, and it's not about the healing. Slippery themselves, best peeler, that's exactly what you want when the problem to solve going into Overwatch 2 is how to keep your supports safe. Everyone else, they can swap heroes. They can get on mobile heroes that have outs. Supports, if you do that, you get a little bit of a pickle. You can see some of my videos on that linked in the description below. Thanks! And if you're enjoying, do make sure to subscribe for more. Thanks! Temporal out.